Hey Libra, gonna be doing some quick messages for you. So is there a cycle ending or is there a cycle still open? I feel like something is paused because there's something that you might need to learn. Even if it goes in another direction for you. Seems like there's maybe a toxic relationship that's over and a part of you still trying to resurrect it, but you know that right now there's a lot of negative feelings you have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So you have the Emperor with the Two of Swords making this decision for what? But I feel like there's somebody in your life who is walking away. Someone doesn't really know how they feel. Someone doesn't really know what they want. I think they're trying to figure it out, but they're really conflicted in their mind. They have feelings, but they don't know. It could be dealing with an Aquarius. It could be dealing with another Libra, or this is just kind of maybe a Capricorn. Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo, something. But I think that there is just a situation right now that's stalled because someone needs to make a decision. And there was a relationship, but it's like someone walked out of it. There's toxic stuff here. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of depression. It's like because you thought this would make you happy, but it's like it ends pretty badly, and then you keep trying to go back and restart it, even though you know, like deep down, that this is over. And you know, the important thing to remember is you are being guided in your life, but there's still some decisions you need to make for yourself, maybe about how it is that you deal with other people. Maybe it is about the people that you deal with and what they truly want, because I feel like there's been some red flags. You know, you've tried to make this work a few times. I feel like someone's finances and careers might be getting in the way, but it's just like you need this structure. You kind of want, you know, to have this person in your life that you can respect, someone that you've been hoping for, someone that you're waiting for, you know, that you guys can come together in the right way. But there's been some deception, you know, there's been some focus on other things, whether it's stability, whether it's money. But I just feel like someone just really wasn't happy in this. Someone decided to go in another direction. It's not that they don't think about you, because I think that they do, but obviously it's just something like there has to be a cycle that ends here so that there can be a new beginning. You know, some of you guys might be dealing with an earth sign, or you're waiting on an earth sign to make a decision, or maybe it's just about telling the truth to yourself, or just having this clarity that there are some things that you're going to need to move on from, you know. And I don't think, like, what is it going to take for you to be emotionally fulfilled? You know, what is it going to take for you to be happy? For this 10 of Cups and this Queen of Cups. So whether or not you're dealing with the water sign or not, I think that it's more about there's someone else in this picture that someone is happy with, but it's like you're really unsure of your emotions. It's like, you know that you care about someone, you know that you want to be happy, you have a lot of love to give, but there's just something that you don't want to see in a situation. Maybe it's how you think about love. Maybe it's just about being aware of the things that go on in your head and trying to change your thoughts, because when you're calling in your soulmate, it says your positive prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you together. Maybe it's time to pray for that person that's going to make the effort. Pray for that person that's going to love you and care about you. Pray for that person that you can be completely happy with, because it's like you're trying to find it, but you're kind of pulling back from people. And, you know, you might have been dealing with somebody who's more self-absorbed. You don't really want to lose them, but this situation isn't changing. So instead of fighting about it, you know, maybe you're not walking away, but at the same time, somebody just needs to make a decision, you know, compromising, having some patience for people in your life if they're trying to work on their finances, or maybe this is just about being someone's friend, you know, being happy, for making the choice to be happy for yourself, making the choice to try to get your emotions under control, and just know that even if you're standing still, the right person's going to come in for you. You don't have to fight with people. You don't have to fight for someone's love. You don't have to have all this anxiety. You know, I think that there's going to be something that comes in really fast, but maybe this person doesn't really want to commit to you right now. And even though you care, there still really hasn't been a decision made. I feel like there is some toxic energy here where, you know, it's important to keep these boundaries up. It's important to realize that sometimes the things that we're holding on to are over, and it's causing you more stress and mental blocks and like this bad judgment on your part to try to keep, you know, thinking that this is something that is here when it's not. You know, I think that some of us just want this happiness. Some of us just want someone to care about us so much, but at the same time, the person that you might be with, there's just a lot of breakups, you know. I think it's time for something new, to figure out what you want, figure out, you know, that it's okay to move on from a heartbreak situation into something new, and, you know, taking a look at the past and figuring out, you know, maybe it's just about having hope for the future, because some of you guys are moving on, and, you know, if there was deception, then that's kind of your call, you know. There could be victory for you in another situation. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. There's someone that you're really attracted to. Then you have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. There is some family issues, and there is some codependency here for some of you guys, and that's just something to be aware of, that you don't need another person to make you happy. You don't need another person to be in your life, but it's like there's something with your family situation that needs to be healed. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Because maybe your ideas about love are a little bit twisted because it's something that you saw as a child, something that you learned about love, but love isn't really codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I think that maybe it's time to work on yourself, work on knowing that if in order to get the love that you want, you're going to have to put the work in with someone. The Eight of Pentacles with the Lovers card, this is going to take some work. Any relationship is going to be really hard, but that it is a true partnership, is a deep love, a balance of two people that comes with patience and compassion to get to this happiness. It's not like we have to hold on to an old situation and be stuck when maybe there's something that we could work on. Maybe there's something that we could change. Maybe it's about working on ourselves, learning a new way to learn something about whatever it is that you're working on in your life, whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe realizing that, you guys are fine on your own, and that true love isn't forced. True love isn't obsessive. True love isn't stress. True love isn't blaming yourself, being too overly attached to something, feeling like you wasted all this time, feeling like maybe you don't want to miss a chance with this person, but there's just the emotions maybe aren't where you want them to be with this person. So it's like there's some kind of forgiveness here, so that when you can recover from this and maybe let go of the past, there's going to be more clarity about the things in your life that need to be different. You don't have to be worried or fearful. You don't have to worry that someone's going to leave you, and so you hold on to them. You don't have to worry about people that maybe don't want to commit to you, or maybe there was commitment issues with someone from your past, but you're still holding on to this loss, this regret, and this grief. And you do have people that support you. Maybe there's a friend of yours. Some of you guys just want this marriage so bad. You want to be totally loved and supported, but at the same time, it is going to involve you moving out of the negative mind space of the past. Maybe you were let down. Maybe you were disappointed. Maybe there was a lot of arguing. Maybe there was a lot of breakups and separations. Maybe someone just really wasn't happy with themselves, and that could have been the other person, not you. Someone's emotions are just kind of in the wrong place right now, and maybe it's time to figure out what's going to make you at peace, what's going to fulfill you on your own. Having patience with yourself and another person, realizing that if you truly want to be, with someone in a stable environment, you can't really hold back and not open up to them and let them know that, maybe you're a little bit more conservative, but maybe you just really don't open up to people about how you feel because you've been hurt before. But that's not really gonna help you if you really want this love. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take clarity of what it is that's missing in this. Who's not really putting the work in? What is it about love that needs to be worked on? There's something inside of you that you're missing right now, and I feel like you know how to make that responsible decision. You know how to do the cause and effect, outweighing the good and the bad. And along with that, letting some changes come in so that there can be endings, letting go and moving on of this addiction, these anger, jealousy, dysfunction, all this toxic behavior, so that you can have inner peace, so you can be happy, so you can close out this cycle to bring balance and harmony to your life. You're going to be learning a lot about this, and maybe it has something to do with whatever father figure you had in your life, or whatever kind of person that you had that you looked up to for your ideal mate. But it really is working on love. You guys are working on this, but it's like someone's just like, you guys might be dealing with a soulmate, but it's like there's a few different people here, but there's also a need for someone to take a break. That you're giving and receiving the same. And if not, then it's okay to decline that offer, because you need someone who gives you just as much as you give them. There's heartbreak here, there's depression, there's some kind of needing to spend some time on your own to recover from some things and stop running from it, whatever it is. You're so afraid to lose something because maybe you've had a loss before, but that you can figure out how to be fulfilled on your own. And if you have to leave a situation because there's too much, it's just really heavy. There's lies, there's stress, there's exhaustion, there's just your balance is off. And go out with your friends, do something, work together with another person, looking towards the future, have hope for your future, that you're going to get the things that you want, but you're going to have to put the work in on yourself, and you're going to have to work with another person. Because relying on another person to do that when they don't really know what you want, or if you're not completely happy with yourself, it's like, if you're not happy, how is someone else supposed to make you happy? I feel like things are going to be moving, but it's like, try to rise above this, have that confidence, know that there's progress, know that some of you guys are going to be getting a promotion, that there can be wishes coming true, that there can be a lot of money coming in, that there can be good health, that there can be the fruition of things, but along with that comes the change and the faith to get it there. Because you guys are growing, but it's painful right now because you're being shown the things about yourself that aren't very pretty. And we all have stuff we got to release, and we all have stuff that we need to kind of have this resilience for, being strong, figuring out what it is that we want to do, what it is that we're passionate about, what it is that we truly want. Because I don't think that some people know, and it's okay. That maybe it's okay to still believe in that Prince Charming who will get down on one knee and ask you to marry him someday. So looking towards the future and moving past all the negative shit instead of holding on to this grief. Realize that there's a lot of healing that's going to need to happen, and someone needs to apologize. Maybe someone needs to realize that maybe you put a lot of time into something, but you didn't really get anything back. And when it comes to your emotions about certain things, you're kind of disconnected. Maybe you have a lot of things going on in your life. You don't really know what to choose. But there is still some heartbreak and loss here that you're holding on to that should be released, so you can figure out like what your desire is and bringing this new mental clarity in about what you want to do for a job or a relationship, like what it is that will make you happy. And you're going to have to work for it, but you're going to get it. That's all I have.